AA, see you in church. Hi, this is Manuel, and I wanted to talk about what it's like out there in the real world. Nowadays, I went shopping with a friend, and when we were going shopping, there were boxes all over in the way. And then we wanted something, but there was nothing on the shelves, just these boxes in the way of that shelf to start. And I found a box in there, and there's the product. I opened the box. I put a few of the products on the shelves, put one in my cart. And it dawned on me, hey, I'm doing their job. I'm not getting paid to fill their shelves at the grocery store. But do you think that's going to be their next thing? Before you go, you have to put a few things on their shelves, and then you go and you ring your own self out at the register. You pay. See, I don't get that. More people seem to tell me, "Oh, I like that." You do? Well, they have a dirty spot right there. You can go get that mop over there and clean that spot up for them. To me, it's just, I have a problem. I want customer service, and I want 100% customer service. I don't want to be doing any of the job. When I was younger, we used to go to the store, and we would buy enough, 2 carts full, and they would bag them, they would ring them up. We went and got the groceries, and then they would have young men and women pushing the carts over to our car, and then they would load the car up. And then one day, my brother, who's no longer with us, left us there to go see his girlfriend. And we got 2 carts full, like always. He isn't there. So I call Charlie, and he looks, calls around, and then he sends his best friend at that time, Carlos. He comes over, parks his car. He has a Volkswagen. And I look at my brother, no, I look at my mom, and I look at Carlos, and he says, I don't know if we can get all that in there. And you have to remember, there are engines in the back, and he's got a front thing. So they go, oh, we got the guy who won the packing a car contest here. He says, you go sit down over there, and he'll pack the car. And I go, okay. At that time, I used to be really, 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 really skinny. So he comes over, he packs the whole car up. They put the seat down, my mom sits down, we go over, get over there, and my brother finds my other brother and tells him off. And then they go and they get the food, they bring it in and everything. And it was funny. But see, that's customer service. They were nice about it and everything, and my mom tipped them, both of them, because he went and got somebody to help. But nowadays, and this is funny, nowadays there's been a couple of places with my friends that we've gone and they expect a tip. Okay, if you don't give good service, I'm not tipping you. There's an old saying, an old tradition. You leave a penny on the table if the service is horrific. That means get your money and leave. You do pay the bill, but you don't pay the service. We went to this restaurant and we were gonna leave a tip. And then my friend goes, wait. He says, there's a tip already here. So he goes and talks to the manager, and the manager says, well, everybody always tips. So we just decided to put the tip into the bill. That way you don't have to worry about it. And we're like, no. See, if the service is horrible, we're not going to tip. And if it's extra horrible, which I've had that at a place called, let me see this. I don't even remember their name anymore. It was an old place, and I think they've all closed all their doors. But anyway, the service was horrific. They put something on, it's on the menu. They didn't say the product wasn't there, and they bring me a French dip, but they didn't bring the dip. It's like soy sauce gravy. And I said, excuse me, but there's supposed to be a little bowl with a dipping sauce. Oh, we ran out of it. So then what am I supposed to do with the sandwich? It's called a French dip because you dip the sandwich. Well, finally, my friends get out of them that, see, they finish the amount for today, and tomorrow they'll open another big can of sauce. I said, well, then I recommend you put a menu in front of you at the register and you mark off everything that's not available so that when we order it, you can tell us, oh, we don't have any of that anymore. And they just looked at me like I had spit in their faces, which I would have liked to have done. I'm sorry. It really made me mad. I paid. Well, I hadn't paid yet. So I told them, then take this sandwich off the bill. Because I'm not paying for this. I'll pay for the soda pop, but I'm not paying for this sandwich without the dipping sauce. So I went and got that. Now, they were actually extra rude to us, and we ate there a lot, like almost every Saturday. So then we stopped eating there. We went to another establishment. It's called Denny's, and they always had what you ask, and the service was beyond helpful. If they didn't have something, they let you know right away, we're out of this. But but there's many other products on the list. They do tell you right away. So then we left, and I left the penny on the counter. That guy was going to give a tip. And I said, you don't tip bad service, especially when people are rude. You don't give them a thank you for being rude. And they looked at me and they said, okay. And I was like really annoyed. Not at them because they were going to give a tip. I was annoyed because of these people, how rude they were. Surprisingly rude. Anyway, that's what happened. See, I don't tap somebody in the back for bad service. And most places, when they give bad service, I don't go there anymore. But I'm not going to ring myself up if you have a service area that they ring you up and all that. Because if there's a problem, then you have to. But then today they didn't put a sign on the register and said it doesn't take, you can't give them money. It has to be all credit card. I was annoyed. And then I went and then you had to go practically unpack the food to get your food. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is getting ridiculous. But what do you think? Do you think it's okay to give bad service like that? I don't. But remember to subscribe to my channel, leave a little message, tell me something you'd like me to talk about if I haven't talked about it. And remember to put the hand up because I always do that at the beginning because I have the tendency to forget and I won't go back. Maybe you're like me. But AA, see you in church.